Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ladies with Tradies, working the trade, living the life. It is my great pleasure to have the beautiful Toby and Sem Brown from Brown's Carpentry with us today. And we're doing a fairly generalised chat about all the things because these guys are heaps of fun. I can't wait for you to hear their story and love them as much as we do. We're really wrapped to have you guys. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Can't wait to chat to you. So tell us a bit about you and your business and your family and where you're at and all the things, guys. Fill us in.
Yeah, so I'm the director of Brown Carpentry. We're a carpentry and concrete business based in Canaiva, right on the Vic-SA border. We employ, there's 5 of us in total, 6 now. Sem's come on to join us up, so which is good. Family-wise, doing a bit.
Yeah. So we actually live in Horsham. We moved here in January last year, and we have 3 kids, 9, 6, and nearly 3.
Love it. Love it. And how long you been around for the business? How long you been in business?
So we've been in business for Brown Carpentry 6 years.
Just over 6 years.
Just ticked over 6, but we were Brown's General Maintenance for 2.5, 3 years before that.
Yeah, rightio. So tell us, when you decided to get into it, what was your vision for the business? Like, what were you hoping to achieve for yourselves and your family?
For me, it was probably just more freedom, going to work and then having a day off and playing with the kids. And it was really early days when we first had Knox, when we first started. And yeah, that's pretty much how I wanted things to be, was go to work, and if Sam's ringing, oh, we've got this on today, I can take the day off.
Yeah.
So probably freedom for me, really.
Yeah, bit of flexibility to do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sam, like back at that time, you're obviously having the little ones, and what were you hoping for when you sort of took that leap?
Just for Toby to be around more. Once he finished his building apprenticeship, he actually went out and went farming for 5 years. And then we barely seen him. I think there was a patch there. He didn't see Knox for 3 weeks because of the timing with the work over harvest. And we wanted to have more kids and just wanted to see more. He was missing out on so much. So we were really looking forward to the flexibility around family time and events and not being working. There was 1 week he did 100 hours out the farm, which was just crazy. Yeah.
The good old farmers' widows. You know, my sister married a farmer, and, you know, you won't be seeing him for all of harvest. So it's a pretty tough lifestyle.
There's a saying on the farm, the best spray days are on the weekend.
Yeah. And it's like, but when's the weekend?
And I think he did want to get back into building. At one point, he was like keen on the farming. And then after a while, he's like, no, I actually really do want to get back into building. I love it. I'm good at it. So, and I was probably pushing him to go out on his own. Yeah.
Yep. Is that about right, Tobes? Or what was drawing you back to the trade? The lifestyle thing, you think, or?
Just probably the lifestyle, and I just like working with my hands. So
yeah,
I want to do something for myself rather than
somebody else. Yeah, working your guts out for somebody else. They were looking after him though. And he really liked working for them, but just wanted to be rewarded more.
If you're working your guts out, you might as well do it for yourself than other people. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And so how did that turn out in the beginning, like the first few years? Did you end up with more time freedom, or?
Yes and no.
I got to school sports.
Yes, yeah.
Awesome, yeah.
Spent the day at school sports, not 15 minutes here and there. So that was good.
Yeah. So in those, for like, you know, sort of before we got to know you guys, how was the time with the family looking? Like, were you?
No, that's when it was crazy again. He was working flat out, and some Saturday mornings, and then watch Knox play footy in the afternoon, or me play netball at that point, and then Sundays he'd go back to the shed to get organised for Monday. And I think because it was close by, he was just always at the shed.
Yeah, the best thing that ever happened was us moving to Horsham.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I remember, that was sort of all starting in the thoughts and happening when we first met you. So tell us about yourselves as people. Like, how would you describe yourselves as people and business owners? How do you describe yourself, Tobes?
I am do anything for anyone else before myself.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Good bloke syndrome.
Yeah, good old good bloke. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just.
What do you think, Sam? How would you describe him, Sam?
Like doing hard work and
his work ethic is exceptional.
Yeah.
Really hardworking, and then on a family level, always family first.
Yeah.
Big lover, big teddy bear.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. And what about for you, Sam? You're a bit of fun.
Business-wise, I'm really straight down the line and can see things a bit clearer ahead of time as well. Mm-hmm. On a personal level, I would like to think I'm a little bit of fun now. I think back then I would have been so stressed.
Yeah.
I think I'm a really kind person.
Yeah.
And I think we've changed within our personalities as well since starting the business, but also the kids, and especially around Iris. We see things differently now. We have a whole different perspective on all aspects of life.
I bet. Yeah. I don't know if you want to share a little bit about Iris or.
We absolutely can. I didn't know if we were going to.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
So Iris was born with a genetic epilepsy, come from Toby and myself. We had no idea. She was born 5 weeks early, and it was an absolute shit show. Mm-hmm. She was having seizures from 19 minutes of life. Ended up getting airlifted from Horsham to Melbourne, where we spent 5 weeks in hospital. 4 of those were in Melbourne. 1 of those was in Ballarat, and we had a couple of weeks in NICU, 2 to 3 weeks in the NICU area, and then shifted to special care. So Iris was having seizures through sedation. They quickly worked out with the neurology team at the Children's Hospital, as well as overseas, that Iris had this really rare epilepsy given the medication history. And fast forward to now, she's had quite a few breakthrough seizures. We've had lots of trials and errors with medication. She will be lifelong disability, and she also has autism level 3 with a speech impairment and ADHD combined. She's got some other little medical issues happening. So, yeah, looking after her is, keeping her alive is probably our biggest feat, I think.
Yeah, and alongside 2 other kids.
Yes, and parenting the 2 different types of kids is really tricky. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, not having met Iris, but observing her through all the beautiful things that you guys share, she couldn't have picked better parents. I just think that so often you go, this child picked you because you are who you are. And same with the other 2. Like,
I think so. And everyone says how lucky she is, but honestly, we are the lucky ones.
Yeah.
Of the people that she's turned us into unknowingly.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So thanks for sharing, guys. And I think, it's good for us all to, I guess, acknowledge and get the perspective of, you guys are running a great business and all the challenges that come with that. And the reason that you want that, I guess, flexibility and freedom and all of that is for your family at the end of the day. So, yeah, it's a pretty beautiful story.
Yes.
Yeah. So, thank you. That gives us a pretty good insight into you guys and your kind of world. Tell us about your situation. You're 12 months with us now, so tell us a bit about where you were at.
It's on the heading, shitter's ditch, really.
Yeah.
We're struggling financially. Every month it was just like, where are we going to pull this money from to do this? And we'll look at
bills and make ends meet,
and even trying to buy a house in Horsham, because we had to move to Horsham for our Iris to go to the special school. So that was priority one, and just trying to pay everything was really hard. And we were really struggling.
Yeah, we're in the red. We're in the red big time. We borrowed some money off my mum just to help finish off a house and try and pay off some tax debt before they shut us down.
So it was like your words when we talked last was you were in shitter's ditch. And so where were you at as far as, like, you were at a bit of a crossroads of, are we going to keep going, or where were you at?
We couldn't afford to keep going, but we couldn't afford to stop
either.
Right. Yeah, what a hard spot. And what was it about being there? Like, so you feel like your hand was forced a bit, or give me a bit more of insight into that.
We needed to do something because we just couldn't work out how Toby and a whole team of workers were doing the hours, putting in the work, but still not making enough money to cover everything.
Yeah.
That was the hardest part. And we're trying to renovate the house in Caniva to sell that, which would have freed up a heap of money and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Two mortgages.
Yeah, two mortgages. Really, it's not ideal. Don't recommend.
Not ideal when you don't have renters or anything. I think it works that way, but just the juggling of it all was
stressful. Yeah.
Stressful.
I ended up saying, halfway through the reno at home, I ended up saying to Sam, I said, something's got to give you. We're not making any money. This is shit and I hate it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was so done with it because I'd mentally checked out months before when we'd moved. I was like, I'm done with Caniva. Hurry up and finish it off. Pay the workers to get in there and help you finish it.
Yeah.
So it was affecting us as well because I was getting annoyed with him.
Yeah. And so personally, you had a lot going on from a business and financial perspective. It wasn't feeling good. What was like the conversation, or what made you pull the trigger and go, we need help? Like what was the conversation?
I brought that up. Yeah. I was looking online and stuff like that, and I was looking at other programs and stuff like that. I did go for interviews. I had an interview with another coaching company like yourselves. Didn't really get a good vibe for it, and
it just wasn't the right fit. They weren't really tailored to country businesses, and they were more like a city business where, lots of work with quoting, whereas a lot of ours was charge up work at the time. It just didn't really fit.
Yeah, I was telling Sam about it, and I said I didn't really like the phone call I had with him. I'm not going to go down that path. And then Sam started looking online and found you guys.
Yeah. And I listened to one of your free masterclass ones that you did around, do you need another worker? That's what it was. And I just said to Toby, this is it. And that's when we booked the call with you. Yeah.
She told me, you're gonna love Kate. You're gonna love her.
Yeah. And then right before, I remember saying to him, I wouldn't make you do this unless I actually thought we should see this through. Yeah. Because he's like, I don't want to do this. I can't be bothered. I don't have time for this.
And look, Tobes, that's so, like, that's the reality at the time, isn't it? Like, it's like, I don't know how to fit another thing in, but I also don't know how to get off the hamster wheel. So is that a bit how it felt for you?
Oh, yeah, it felt like if I wasn't going to work, we were just going to keep going backwards.
Right. Yeah. So is that the main thing you were looking to solve? Like when you were listening for are we going to do this or not when we first chatted, what were you like, oh yeah, that's the thing that we want to fix? What are you trying to
Well, it's
solve?
probably the pricing.
There's more our pricing, our charge out rates and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't exactly know how much we neaded to be charging.
Yeah. We never added everything up and
we do now.
broke it all down. We didn't know our numbers. Simple as that, full stop.
We were just hoping there was money in there at the end of the month to
Just
everything.
winging everything.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, because we think that's a good thing at the time, don't we? It's like, oh, we've got all this work, but it's a bit of a vanity metric at the end of the day, like having lots of work, but then going, where is the money? So that's good. So you wanted help in understanding your financials by the sound of it?
Yep.
Yes.
That a part of it, yeah. And you said, Sam, that the trigger was you'd gone to the workshop about do you really need another staff member?
Yeah.
What was in that? Like, what else were you like? This is what we need to fix, and that's a particular thing. What did you fixed your pricing first? Quick pause. If you're listening to this thinking, shit, that's us, and you're still not doing anything, why? Another year of long hours, cash stress, and not being on the same page? Thinking about change is not change, mate. Decisions are. A what to fix first call is where we identify one thing choking your profits, your time, and your marriage, and we fix that first. If you're invoicing 10K a week as a tradie business and you want 5 p.m. knockoffs together and another 100K in your pocket, book it. The link's in the show notes. Otherwise, stop faffing about, listening to this stuff and doing nothing. Back to the episode.
Yeah, it wasn't really about needing another worker. It was just about ironing out everything and running a smoother operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just had nothing in place to run smoothly.
No systems, no plans.
It was just, pretty much just winging it. Really.
Yeah. Very messy.
Yeah, and look, and that again, there's no shame or judgment in that. It's just we've got to get through, and at least you had the insight to go, hang on, we need to pop our heads up here and do something different. So what was your knowledge, Toby, of business, finance, team culture, all of that?
Back when I first started business, it seemed like everything was flowing really well because it was me and another bloke, and we're only two up then, so we didn't have the costs that we do now, like our
insurances,
operational costs, work cover,
wages,
stuff.
Super.
Like my old man owned a supermarket in Canaver, and I've bounced lots and lots of things off him and that as well, and it's just I'd like to say my knowledge of business was good, but like looking back now, it wasn't enough what we knew.
I think with that being a good bloke thing, I'd say you're very good at business and being a business person. And I think this is the thing with tradies often, you're such a good bloke. And that's what carries you a lot of the time through a lot of the successes. It's then going, rightio, how do you kind of twitch it up so that it's producing results for you as well on the our financial side? Because you love the trade, you love doing the work and the clients and working hard. It's just where's the fruit for the labor?
I'm a tradie. The work's the easy part.
Yeah. And so for you, you had, when you got to us, you had a team. You said it was easier when you didn't, like there was just a couple of yous. What was your team and leadership feeling like? Like, were you all over that? Were you unsure of it?
No. I think it was really hard for Toby to step into more of a boss role as it grew. And he didn't want to be the jerk boss. He still wanted to be their friend, but he was probably more of a friend than a boss at certain times
when it needed,
to be the other way around.
Yeah. Do you think you're striking a better balance with it though now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think so too.
that comes with a bit of confidence and knowing how to do it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what did you believe about being a tradie? You said before, I know how to do the work. Like, what did you believe about what it was to be a tradie business owner versus what you know now?
Go to work and get paid. That's pretty much how I thought.
Yeah. And what about now?
Spend more time on the admin than the building work and you get paid more.
Oh, interesting. How's this worked for you? What did you do?
Well, we did increase our prices.
Mm-hmm.
We've got different systems in place now. And I've actually taken a day off on Wednesdays now, so I'm only in Caniva on
4 days.
4 days a week.
Sometimes 4.5.
Sometimes a Saturday morning I'll stay back, but it's usually to do stuff for myself.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So I've gone from
big difference from 6.5 days to
6.5 days back to 4, and it's
huge adjustment.
Yeah, just spending more time on the admin side. So like all Wednesdays, we've got our coaching on Wednesday, and I'll do some book work and pick up materials and stuff as well while I'm here in Horsham.
Yeah.
Get our orders done and
invoicing.
And yeah, like I'm still probably working a fair few hours and stuff behind the scenes stuff on the days that I'm in Caniva.
Yep.
So I don't get a hell of a lot of chance to do admin stuff on the nights I'm there, but make up for it on the Wednesday and stuff when I can.
Are you enjoying the Wednesday or?
Yeah. We spent for a pub lunch. It was good.
Oh, beauty. Well, that was going to be my next question. Are you enjoying the Wednesday, Sam? Like, do you find that it creates that space for you to have different conversations and more?
Honestly, I think I see more of him now that we've moved, and the kids as well.
Wow. So you're doing the travelling Tobes back and forth, are you? Or are you staying in Caniva or?
Yes, I head off on Monday morning and stay the night in Caniva on Monday and come back Tuesday night.
Yep.
Which is usually fairly late on a Tuesday just to set up the week.
Yep.
And then do the same thing Thursday, stay Thursday and come back Friday.
Yeah. But you think you're seeing him more, Sam?
Yeah, well, I get to spend all day with him on a Wednesday and he's home all weekend.
Yeah.
I don't work weekends anymore. That's
only for yourself.
Just put on your own projects, which is amazing. Yeah, so good. And so I assume, tell me about implementing that admin days obviously being a bit of a game changer. What's been the difference in having that day?
Things are getting done that should be getting done.
Yeah.
What, man? Like what would you have procrastinated on or not got to?
Ordering
and sending invoices, both really.
Yeah, yep. So getting organised.
Yeah. And Sam, what do you find about the Wednesdays from that perspective that's helped you guys overall? What do you see?
Well, I think it's been great because the big kids are at school, so we can talk about numbers like before the coaching, after the coaching. We can bounce things off each other if need be. We don't talk about any business stuff in front of the kids on a money level. They don't need to know any of that. And it's just nice to have him around to catch up on everything, but as well as not just the business, organise the family side of things as well if we need to have a quick chat. I don't hassle him when he's in Caniva. He's just there for work. So I feel like Wednesdays is our opportunity to get on top of all the business stuff, but then also this is what's happening with the family. Yeah.
Excellent. So do you think it's slowed down or cut back maybe, what many of us struggle with is that incidental business interactions that are happening all the time rather than having a bit of a quarantine space?
Yeah, because I think he'd come home from work and he'd be puffed and I'd just be at him all the time, like every single day, whereas now it's just on a Wednesday.
I can vouch for that.
Well, and look, again, it's just you don't know any different, and it's like, well, when you when you're enjoying business, it's a different dynamic too, because you might have your Wednesdays, but if you're excited about whatever's on the horizon, which I know you guys have got cool stuff that you're thinking through all the time, it's a totally different thing. You don't mind as much outside of the time that you're meant to be talking business because you've got hope and you're motivated. So I think for you guys, like there's that hopefulness and stuff on the horizon. It's pretty exciting that it's not like I don't really want to talk about this. So that's good. So what has been something that you like that blew my mind or is blowing our minds when it comes to what you've implemented over the last 12 months or learnt?
One for me, tools for profit was probably the biggest one for me. Putting our numbers and stuff in there was, when we first did it, it was actually scary.
We both just looked at each other and were like, far out. We had no idea the potential we already had.
Yep. And so you talked earlier, Sam, about being in the red and that you were in shitter's ditch, guys. Tell me about what in those initial phases of putting your data or your information financials into Tools for Profit, what can you remember being some of the first things that you took from knowing what you found out?
Disbelief for a start, probably for me. Just couldn't believe that we're actually still running with those numbers in front of us.
Yeah. So with the losses, you mean? You saw that you were making losses? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What else?
I think for me, it was just more about on the personal side of things. I was really starting to feel the pressure. You know, I was going to go and work at the pizza shop on a Friday and Saturday night. That's what we were at. I actually put in for a job and I didn't get it. They wanted somebody full time, but just that I'm going to have to do a job. That's where I was at on the personal side. And then when we looked into it, we were just like, you don't have to do that. Like, you can just still be as what we are. And for me to help a bit more in the back end side of things to get Toby organised and stuff. Yeah.
Amazing. And so what are some of the figures that you enjoy the most in Tools for Profit, Toby? Like, what do you like looking at?
The green bits.
Tell people who don't know what we're talking about with the green bits.
When we first started, there was
everything was red.
I don't think we had one green number in all
the last, not the financial year we've just finished, the one before we're talking. Yeah.
It's actually nice to actually see some green bits, which are it's our percentages of greens on our side.
Yeah. So you like your net profit is, you know, in the positive. What about
in the negative?
Yeah, it was in the negative.
Yep. Yeah. Relatively.
Yep. And you turned that quite significantly from a percentage perspective, from the negative right into the positive.
Yeah, well, we started behind the eight ball because we had to crawl ourselves back out of what we owed and then pay my mum back as well. So, yeah, we'd sort of doubled up there, I guess you'd say. Doubled up on the debt, didn't we? And we don't have an overdraft either. So all the money is just our own money putting back in there, and we don't have business credit cards or business loans or anything like that. It was just all our own money.
Right. So the cash flows changed a bit?
Yeah, it has.
Very much so.
There's still been a little bit of a wave for this year, but we're just starting to see a bit more of a trend instead of it going so significantly up and down. It's, you know, a bit of a middle range wave now. So, it's not smooth sailing yet.
It's no Bells Beach anymore, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, And so, Tobes, for you, what was it about what you saw, or do you remember a time or a certain number that we showed you in your numbers that made you go, right, now I know what I have to do? Do you remember anything popping up?
Yeah, it was red. When
it was our first
worked out, what your hourly rate was.
Yeah, our hourly rate we're losing $20, $25, $30 an hour.
Yeah.
So was your charge out rate
Yeah.
number? Yep.
It was way too long.
And then also Toby's what he would be worth, and it was like $20-something an hour.
So that was on our first meeting, I reckon, was it? Where I was like,
when we had our first meeting was with you. You were going through our numbers and you changed this and changed that.
Two things.
Changed two things, and it was just, okay, that's an eye-opener.
Yeah. And you guys went away from that 100K hour of power with me and pretty much started changing stuff straight away, even like a few weeks before you started coaching, didn't you?
We made a couple of tweaks, and then once we started the coaching with Candace, I think a week or two into that, we changed a couple of things again.
Back on that, when we were only guessing what we were changing it to the first time.
Yeah, we did, weren't we? Yeah. I was like, what do you reckon? Try this. What do you reckon? Try that.
Yeah. So we'll just, I don't know.
We'll try this.
Pretty much plucked a number out of the universe and said, this is what we need to do for this. But now that we know our numbers, we know exactly how much we're going to charge. Now that's to cover everything.
Unreal. Now, you did say last time we chatted, Toby, tell us about the quoting process now. You said earlier we were winning everything. Now, when you go to quote, how do you go with any knockbacks?
Yeah, fine. We're probably, I think we're probably sitting around 80% now, I reckon.
Yep, your conversion rate. Yep.
Yep, our conversion rate of quotes, which I feel is pretty good. I think there's still probably a bit of movement there. We can tweak a few more things there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said earlier, we don't really do many quotes either. A lot of our jobs are charge up jobs. So
yeah, but the price is the price, isn't it, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's been a big, a shift. You're like, oh, well, the price is a price. I'm okay if they say no.
It was a huge mindset change for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole process for me was, I can't charge that. That's too much. That's too much. But then when it's in front of you, written there and
red.
Yeah. I think you described it there when our first meeting was that extra $50 you put on the job, take that out of your kids' hands and give it back to the client. That sat with me pretty much the whole process through, really.
Wow. Yep. And, now it's all turning the other way. Like, what are you guys most excited about seeing it trending the way that it's trending now? Like, what are you working on?
Seeing in a whole business sense, I think that everyone's a lot happier. Our relationship's a lot better. Business, the boys are working good. They love it when I bring a new tool back to the workshop. Just because
new toolbox.
Because we can.
Yeah.
You're probably different too, like at work in terms of how you are, like your energy, not as stressful and grumpy. Maybe.
Yeah. So it's sort of, it's a bit of that ripple effect, isn't it? Where you go once, and do you think it's more so about your confidence, Tobes, in knowing what you're doing from that business standpoint now, or?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, definitely. We had a dispute on one of our invoices once, but thinking about it now, it wasn't really.
It was probably a miscommunication.
A bit of miscommunication, but it didn't affect me that much because I know what we need to charge and our numbers and stuff, and I knew that I was right.
You backed yourself in.
But we backed ourselves in, and it all got sorted in the end. But just the confidence in doing that, where before I would have caved on that. Just have it for nothing, whatever.
Right. Yeah, so good. And so you said you've had to have a lot of mindset shifts, Toby, but what do you think has been the thing that you're like, oh, gee, this makes me uncomfortable, but you just went, righto, I trust the process and I'm going to do it anyway? Is there anything that you think that you're like, oh,
with the whole process?
The whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the price increase with like the diesel and the travelling. I think that was the biggest thing that was like, there was one job that, how many Ks out of town?
86, 87 Ks.
One way. and you just can't wear all those travel costs. I think that was probably a bit of a pinch.
Yeah,
we worked out how many trips out there, and
right at the start of the Australian diesel shortage as well, which wasn't really that great. So
yeah,
we had to change a few things around there too.
It sounds though, you know, most things that we've asked of you have been a bit like you take a breath, but you've done it anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're massive believers on trust the process.
Yeah.
What particularly, like what, but it's not easy to do. Like people always, you know, they get a year down the track and they go, oh, you know, they're talking to other people who are thinking about working with us, just trust the process. But it's not as easy said as it is done, is it?
No, you've got to work on it.
Yeah, and we also figured, like, we're obviously paying for one-on-one coaching. We need to make it work for us as well. We'd be silly if we didn't implement what you would be suggesting to us. Yeah. Like, you're the trained professionals. We've come to you to help save our bacon. And we just put our full trust in you guys. Know the industry, you know the numbers, you know where we should be at. And it was all customized to us as well.
We actually put off starting with you guys for the first month.
Yeah, we couldn't pay our first invoice.
Couldn't pay the first one.
Yeah, so we had to wait.
Yeah,
but worth every dollar.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. So tell us, like, what are you working towards now? What's on the horizon for you guys?
Well, business-wise, we've still got 2 apprentices. They're in their 3rd year, so just getting them through all the last bit of their training.
Yep.
Toby's been working with the person that comes to do their books and stuff.
Trade school.
The trade school guy. We've got a couple of projects coming up work-wise, which are really amazing. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
And then
is it a different kind of project, Toby, to what you would normally take on, like because you feel confident about it, or?
Nah, not generally. Not we do a very wide variety of things.
Yeah, you got to go out in the bush. You got to sort of have a bit of diversity. Yeah.
Like I always tell to people, you know, builders in the city, they come in and they'll stand the frame, or they'll just do one part of it. You know, we can walk into a paddock and walk out in the country. That's the difference.
Yeah.
But
different challenges. Yeah. So you've got some good projects on, and you've had. I mean, now that you've got a level of stability, is that helping you kind of go, oh, all right, now we can be considering what else or what next? Or...
Yeah, we have had somebody ask us, and that they're going to sit down and have a chat about doing an extension, which will be amazing. They really want Toby to do it. That asked a little while ago, but we feel as though the whole team is probably, you know, the boys are more experienced now. So I hope that they get to tackle that. That'll be really exciting.
Yeah.
And so what's next for you guys? Like, you know, there's some of the things that you've got sort of already in motion. Are you looking beyond sort of that as well for yourselves? Like,
yeah, I think so. There is a little bit of a backlog to work through still of jobs that are already booked in. They have been nailing a few of those off. There was quite a wait time, so we're really trying to work through that. Which seems to be going a bit smoother now, I think. And then we've just been thinking about what next for the business and what way we want to go. Toby does want to get his builder's license.
Yeah.
So we've just started looking into that. He'll have to do some more study. And just thinking about what else we can offer within our business. We've got a couple of ideas.
Yeah,
Toby's really out there. Mine are probably a bit more sensible.
Love it. And this is like most tradie couples. It's like someone's a bit loose and fast, and someone's like, "Woo, hang on."
Yeah,
so that's
we'll compromise, and we'll go with what Samara says.
Yeah.
There you go. Until we get all together in Brisbane, I reckon, and start chewing the fat about ideas with that mob again. Like that's usually when stuff really gets out of hand. Everybody's talking about random stuff or, jobs in the bushes and all sorts. We have a lot of
I think in the not too distant future though, we've talked about getting a couple of trailers and setting up a trailer hire business.
Yeah, cool.
So that'll be really cool. There is nothing like that in our area. Toby's had to borrow a car trailer a couple of times. So I think we'll be doing that. We've just got to work out the insurance side of things and what that looks like.
It's great. I love it. So it's the ideas now. Like you've actually got the space to go there because
got the brain.
I think it's hard for people to, you've likely been those people always who have the ideas or who have the dreams and the thoughts of, oh, imagine if we this or that. But I think it's hard to be able to do that when you're in shitter's ditch, isn't it? You feel like they're piling the dirt on top of you. Quick one before we get back into it. If you're running a tradie business together and it's starting to feel a bit tense, like you're both working real hard but not really on the same page anymore, money convos are a bit clunky or you're avoiding them altogether and you feel more like business partners than a couple, you need to come to the money junket because you're going to get clear on your numbers and where you're actually going and, even better, reconnect. Because when you're aligned, it all gets easier, guys. Spots are limited, so if this is hitting, don't sit on it. Jump in the show notes and grab your spot. Let's get you guys back on the same page.
It's hard to, like when we are in shitter's ditch there, it's hard because you can't afford it. But now, I still feel like we're in a little bit of scarcity in going to do those kind of things because of where we've been.
Yeah. And there's still a few things we need to upgrade in terms of tools and machines that have just worn out and broken down and that kind of stuff. So we'll just slowly just refresh everything and go through and
And I think, I think it's a good thing to sort of acknowledge, Toby, like you said there, it still feels like we're still a little bit, you said, scarce in the way you think. I'm really keen to see what goes down for you guys, even in the next sort of 3 months, because you'll have ridden out some of the hangover stuff probably, which is super inspiring because it's when it really starts to go bang and you go, oh, I mean, you did finance something that you had to out of the blue in the ute that you weren't ready for. Like you thought you would never have been able to do that once upon a time, like sort all of those things out. Yeah. Like that was something that this is business. It throws shit at you sometimes and you were able to adapt and make it work. So how far you've come is super inspiring and how far you're going, or where the things that you've got on the horizon, the ideas for diversification, working with your team. Cannot wait to see what's next. And
it's just warming up, really, isn't that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're
absolutely. And I think I said that recently when we caught up. I'm like, you've done well this 12 months, but gee whiz, look out for the next because it's going to be pretty cool. So if someone was where you were, feeling like they're in shitter's ditch and curious about, should we just have one last crack? Like, what advice would you have for them?
Call you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, even come talk to us too.
Yeah, we would be happy to give a little bit more insight into how Ladies with Tradies work and how we found the one-on-one coaching. And there's different options too. Yeah. So you can work out what suits you. But honestly, just book in a discovery call with you, Kate, would be my advice because that hour of power will just blow your mind. It's worth it. Just doing that was worth it.
If you love what you do, but the business side is struggling, then something like this will really help you.
Yeah. And I think what we loved was it wasn't just a cookie cutter approach, how you guys run it. it was so tailored to us. And we even had in the pre-part lots of questions and all of that, so they could get to know us, know the business, know the area. We even talked about the competition and what radius we cover, where the competition sits and pricing and all of that kind of stuff. So it wasn't just a city slicker, this is how you do it. It was definitely how we wanted it to be and what we wanted out of it as well, what our goals were business-wise, but also personal too.
Yeah. So it's and thanks guys. We do definitely want to honor you and what you want and how you want it. And that's why we can't do cookie cutter, because everybody's story is so different. Yours is more different than many, and we have to honor that, and we have to make sure that you guys are true to yourselves, and we don't want to take away anything from who you are. We want to only supplement that into your business, because your business is a reflection of you. So
that's how we felt about it as well.
Yeah. Unreal. All right. So tell us, what's your biggest takeaway, one each, from the last 12 months?
Self-worth.
What about it?
Just putting yourself first is probably one of the big things for me, where I wasn't previously. Make things work for you and not everyone else.
Oh, that's massive, man. Now I'm having teary.
It's still going to work for other people as well, but you've got to put yourself above some people sometimes, especially when you're where we were.
That's massive. Yeah, do it for yourself. That's so good. What about for you, Sem? What have you taken away from the last 12 months?
Honestly, I think the last 12 months is probably the best we've been in terms of working through the shit, and then on a business level, but also it's helped us so much more in our relationship and how we're parenting, how we're showing up as people on a whole. I don't know. It's really hard to probably pinpoint a really specific thing, because the changes and the difference has impacted us in all areas of our whole life. And I think for us, it's just more, probably the biggest thing is we've really made the right decisions, business-wise and personal-wise. I think you can't look past that. Like, our whole lives have changed.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. You're the bloody best. Can't wait to give you a big squeeze next month.
It won't be long.
It's going to be fun. You're sharing your story, like who you guys are. We just adore you, and we're so happy for you. I think that's the thing. I just love hearing these, and it's my privilege to get to do these podcasts and really get that, condensed story, I guess, of all of your wins and your successes and what you're achieving for yourselves. So thanks for all you bring to the community too, because you're a vibe, you guys, and you do bring a lot of good fun.
So you want to say something piss?
Oh, great. I love it.
And
so
I think, you just sharing how grateful you are for us. It goes both ways. We honestly don't know where we would be. And it sounds so cheesy, but it's the honest truth on the kids' lives. We don't know where we'd be if we didn't have you guys to help us. And it's been
not just in the right way.
Yeah, and it's not even like you were doing this wrong. It was like, okay, what can we do to do this better? There was never any shame about the situation that we got ourselves into. There was none of that. We were just met with kindness from the get-go, and nothing but for everyone wanting us to succeed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And look
I
at
think you're our biggest cheerleaders,
oh,
obviously, aside from our parents, naturally.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. No, we love you guys. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, we cannot wait to share this with everybody. I know how much people are going to get from your learnings. So thanks for sharing your lives with us, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks again for having us.